Christopher T. Magician here. The T stands for taco, but right now it stands for totally wearing pants. And that wasn't suspicious at all. I am so honored that you're here watching my lecture right now, that I put together some brand new magic for you, for right now. Here we go. Let's do it. Hit it!
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life.
That was topical.
But that's why.
But wait, there's more! The red hanky trick. The red hanky goes into my thumb, into my hand. Ignore that. The red hanky trick. The red hanky goes into my hand. It goes into my hand. And watch this. All I do is wave my hand, snap my fingers, and the little red hanky turns into my thumb! The nice part about the screen is you didn't get to see me drop that thumb on the ground. Isn't that? I know what you're waiting for. The amazing bunny rabbit in the brown paper bag trick. The bunny rabbit. Say the magic word, yay, taco. Now you just need to wait a minute because the bunny rabbit has to fully form. You know what? I can't wait that long. Ah! Look at that! The bunny rabbit. I didn't wait long enough. It's just his foot! Oh, goodness. The 6-card trick. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I throw away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards and still have 6. Oh yeah, see, look, 6. I still have 6. I'm so good. The vanishing brown paper bag. Roll it up, a little tube. There it is. And then watch, we take the brown paper bag and place it inside the bottle of ketchup. Snap my fingers. It's gone. Now for the hard part, making it come back. Boom! Look at that. It's back in the. It's a. Wait. I know what you want to see it again. Okay, watch. Place it into the ketchup bottle, and it's gone. Now I know you think it's not really gone, but look, the bag has disappeared. A lightly ironed scarf and the amazing appearing pants. There's that answer. Clearly, I may have lost my mind. But that's good news for you, because right now I'm presenting for you the very first ever Christopher T. Magician has completely lost his mind lecture. What am I gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you 4 new routines, brand new routines, never before published, never before seen by magicians. Cue theme music. Cue the theme music. Theme song, go.
Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy.
Wow, you guys have been such a great audience. I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. I'm gonna teach you a magic trick. That's right, I'm gonna teach you a magic trick so you can go home, you can show your mommy, your daddy, your brother, your sister. If you don't have a brother or sister, you can show your dog. If you don't have a dog, you can show your cat. If you don't have a cat, you can show your goldfish. If you don't have a goldfish, you probably have a cat. So I think that's everybody. Okay, now all you have to do, or all you need to do this trick, it's very simple, is a piece of paper and a little red hanky, okay? Now a hanky, that's just a handkerchief, in other words, a piece of cloth. And it doesn't have to be red, it could be any color, but I'm using a red hanky. Now what you do is you take the piece of paper and you fold it up or roll it up into a little tube. Then you take the hanky, you're gonna poke it into the tube. While I do that, I'll tell you my favorite joke. What has no legs and one arm? No legs and one arm. A shark. A shark. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Now here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take that piece of paper, you wave your hand over the paper, over the red hanky inside, you snap your fingers, you say the magic words, yay taco, and when you do, that red hanky turns into a can of Coca-Cola. Oh, and the audience goes wild, and they clap, and the... All right, good job. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that spontaneous bursting of applause. That's amazing. All right, now, here's what you need to do this trick. You need a can of Coke, you need a piece of paper, and you need a little red hanky, a piece of cloth. The question is, can anybody guess where the red hanky went? Any ideas? In my sleeve? Nope, not in my sleeve. Good guess. They always think it goes in my sleeve, not in my pocket. I didn't sneak into my pocket. Some people think it's in the piece of paper, not in the paper. Any ideas? I'll give you a hint. It's a really easy trick. All right, so what you need is a little red hanky. That's just a piece of cloth. You need a can of Coke, except not really a can of Coke. You want a can without Coke. Otherwise, it's a very messy trick. So you have the can of Coke, and you need a piece of paper. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Things you probably already have around your house. A piece of cloth, a piece of paper, and a can of Coke. Now what you're going to do before you do the trick, you're going to sneak the Coke can behind the piece of paper and roll it up. Oh, wait, before you roll it up, sorry. What you want to do is take the piece of paper and just say, look, I got a piece of paper. But what the audience doesn't know is you're secretly hiding that empty Coke can behind the piece of paper. Easy, okay? Now, all you're going to do is take that piece of... Oh, here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to say, look here, I have a completely innocent piece of paper and I'm definitely not hiding a can of Coke behind it. Because that's a little suspicious. It's also suspicious when you say, I'm definitely wearing pants while I'm on this video. It's a little... Now, what you do is you take the piece of paper, you roll it around that little can of Coke that you've been hiding in there, and then you take the little hanky and you poke it down inside the can of Coke. Now, it sometimes takes a little time to get it in that little hole, so it's good to have a little joke ready. Let's see, I'll tell a joke. This is a joke just for the magicians watching. A magician, it's a magician goes to a, not that all magicians are men, I'm just, in this story, the magician's a man. The man who's a magician goes to a magic conference and he's there all weekend, has a wonderful day. He gets home and his wife's like, oh, yay, how was the conference? And that's when it happens. A little slip of paper falls out of his pocket onto the floor with a 9-digit number written across it. And his wife, she just gets so mad. She's like, what is that? What's that? What are those numbers? What is that? And the man, he's flummoxed. He goes, it's a phone number from a floozy. And she goes, his wife goes, oh, thank goodness. I thought it was a receipt. That's a joke only magicians will get. That's right. Now, at this point, you poke that hanky. It goes down inside the paper, inside the hole, and then inside the can of Coke. That's right. Now, at this point, you wiggle your fingers, you snap your fingers, you say, yay taco. That doesn't do anything. That just makes it look like magic, okay? Because the trick's already done. That hanky's inside the can of Coke. So all you do is pull out the can of Coke, crush the paper, toss it aside, and everybody gives you a big round of applause. Thank you. There are two things you need to know about this trick. Sorry, two things you need to know about this trick. Two little problems that you'll encounter if you do this trick, okay? First, you have that hole there with a little red hanky in it. If somebody sees that, that ruins the trick. So, easy fix, you just put your thumb over the hole, okay? So just cover up that little hole, and nobody knows that there's the little red hanky inside the can. Easy, all right? So that's the first problem, easy fix. You just cover it up with your hole. Second problem is this. You're doing a trick with a can of Coke. You're gonna be staring at that can of Coke, and that's gonna make you thirsty. There is a fix for that too. What you do is you wiggle your fingers, you snap your fingers, you say the magic words, yay taco, but this time you do it for real. You use real magic, and if you do, you could take that hole right there where that little red hanky is and just peel the whole hole right off that can of Coke. Ooh. And then you take that can of Coke, you pop it open, pour yourself a drink, and while I take a sip, everybody gives a big round of applause.
But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy.
So this is a routine I call Sucker Silk to Mini Coke. It's based, you probably know, on the classic Sucker Silk to egg. Full disclosure, Robert Bax many years ago came up with a brilliant version of the sucker silk to Coke. He's the either first or only person I've ever seen come up with something like that. And I had no intention of coming up with another version of that same trick until I just happened to be at the grocery store and saw that now they sell these tiny cute little cans. So here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a box of some sort. This is the one I'm using from the dollar store. The bonus is that it opens up. So, you know, the whole pack flat, play big, it folds up into a very small package. One little modification I made onto this box, one day I might find a better box, but this is serving the purpose for now. I cut a little hole in the back, so there's the hole, and that just allows me to reach my hand in and out the back easily. I don't have to go like this, I can just go like that. Okay. You're gonna need the box. You need 2 pieces of paper, just standard old construction paper. They should match, obviously. You need a full can of Coke, in this case a mini can of Coke, full. You need an empty one. You're just gonna take it, empty it out, drink it if you want. Empty it out all the way, rinse it out, let it dry out, and there you go. You use it again and again. You need 2 silks, a little cup for the finale when you pour it out, and then finally you need the gimmick, which is right here. It is literally just a piece of cardstock that I painted red. So I painted a piece of cardstock red, and then I kind of eyed how that hole looks, kind of eyed it, drew it out. You can see my little draw marks on there. Drew it out, kind of cut it out, and then once I put it against there, I had to cut it a little more just to make it look as close to the size of that hole as possible. If you can figure out a way to trace that, I don't know. So I just sort of eyed it and made it like that. Now, to set up your full Coke can, here's the best part. With a sucker silk to egg, you either use a sticker or rubber cement, some sort of glue, sticky stuff. With this, you don't have to use any sticky stuff. The preparation is literally this. You take this and shove it. Let me get up close, right? Let me do it again so I can look at it. There we go. It just goes right under that ledge there. So the metal clip right there holds it in place. That's it. It's done for you. So that's the preparation of the full Coke can. The full Coke can goes into your box closest to the audience. I'll show you that again in a second. The preparation for the empty Coke can, you're going to take one of these silks. You're going to poke it in. I make sure that the corners all get inside so that they're not poking out. But this is the important part that you want to keep in mind. You want to make sure that there's plenty sticking out. You do not want that falling in because you're going to pull it out in the course of the routine. And if it falls in, how are you going to get it out? So you want to make sure it does not fall in. So that goes in your box behind, so further away from the audience, right behind the full Coke can. So that's what it looks like in the box. The full Coke can with the gimmick on it, closest to the audience. The empty can with the silk inside, further away from the audience, right there inside the box. The other silk goes inside a glass. That again is for the finale when you pour the Coke out. That goes right there in the box. And then to prepare 1 sheet of construction paper, I like to use the full can of Coke. You're just gonna roll it up inside the piece of paper, crush the top, let the full can drop out, and then crush it against your body. What you're basically doing right now is recreating what the duplicate piece of paper is gonna look like during the routine. So that piece of paper, prepared piece of construction paper, goes right here inside the box. Again, this full can of Coke is closest to the audience, empty can of Coke right behind it, and then the piece of paper just sort of goes in there right over the whole thing. Let me just turn it around to show you. There's the piece of paper held in the box right on top of everything else. All right, so I get it all rearranged now that I picked it up. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You could go back and watch the routine. I'm not gonna go through it now, but the first half is, of course, you're teaching them how to do it. So what you're gonna do is pick up the piece of paper. There's no secret move to this. Watch this. I'm picking up the paper, and as I do, I'm literally just grabbing that empty Coke can and pulling it up behind the piece of paper. So it looks like that. I'm just holding it in my hand behind the paper. You just sort of give the paper a little. Then you bring out the cup with the silk in it. I like to bring out the cup at the beginning because it just brings that cup into play from the start. So later on when I use that cup, it's like, it just feels like it all came full circle. So I bring that out, and there's the hanky. Now what you're gonna do is take the Coke can and you're gonna roll it up in that piece of paper, right? So just roll it up, and then what you're gonna do is take the silk, you're gonna poke it into the tube. It's not gonna go into the Coke can, it's just gonna go into the top of the tube, right up here. What you don't wanna do is poke it in, let me see if I can get it in. You don't wanna poke it in over there where that silk is, because you don't wanna accidentally poke that silk inside. You wanna poke it down here on the metal side. So poke that in there, and just poke, poke, poke. You can even show the tube at this point, because there's nothing to see. Poke that in there. I like to tell a joke now because later on I'm going to talk about the fact that there's a tiny hole, so you need to fill some time. So I tell a joke right now while I poke this in here. And then you're going to crush the top. What I'm actually doing, I just crushed that paper around that silk. So the silk is here, crushed in the paper. The can is right here. So now, because the can's empty, it's not going to slide and fall out like the full can. So you just sort of have to squeeze the top of the can. Squeeze the top of the can again. Eventually it peeks out, and then you pull it out. If you see right there, you can see that silk. So once you pull it out, kind of hold it with the back a little to the top pointed to you a little bit. Take this piece of paper and after it comes out, crush it against your body, toss it in there, and then stall for applause. Put your thumb right there over the hole and stall for applause. Do not push your thumb too hard. Again, you don't want that to go inside. Boom, just like that. You get your applause. Ask the audience, where do you think it went? You get all sorts of answers, sleeves, pockets, all this stuff. I always make it a point to say, some people think it's in the piece of paper. It's not in the piece of paper. It is, but they don't know that. Yeah. Finally, I show the can, and there's the silk. And do not just rip it out, because you're dealing with an open metal thing there. If you pull it out, it's gonna, if you do it a lot, it's gonna rip that silk pretty quickly. So just every time you pull that silk out, gently pull it out, and that'll make your silk last longer. So there you go, that's it. So you put the Coke can here, you put the silk there, and then you bring out the duplicate empty sheet of paper. So you say you need a Coke can, you need a little red hanky, and you need a sheet of paper. Now without saying that sheet of paper is empty, I'm proving that it's empty because it's clearly empty. I will stop for 1 second and say, why do I use 2 silks and a duplicate sheet of paper? Because in theory, you could roll this up, take this silk and poke it inside that hole. But there's 2 problems with that. Number 1, it's actually hard to do because it's a tiny little hole and it would just be annoying to do it. It's not easy. 2, I think there's 3 problems. I think, number 2, that is a piece of, you can hurt yourself. You could, cut yourself doing that, so don't do that. And then 3, you might accidentally poke that silk all the way down inside, and you want to avoid that. So that's why I use 2 silks and do it this method with the 2 pieces of paper. All right, so we bring out the duplicate paper, and you just sort of drape it there over the box, right? And I like the front to hang a little bit over the box. Now here is the move. This is basically the hardest part of the whole routine. All you're going to do is pick up the piece of paper at the same time as bringing this can down and putting it in the paper. But that was the process of switching cans, and that was it. So here's what I'm doing. I'm taking the empty can, putting it down, and this is why the back being open helps, because I can kind of swing into the back, put the empty can down, pick up the full can. And that all is in one motion, as though I'm taking one can like this, can goes down, full can goes forward, right? And that is all going on behind the piece of paper. So you need a piece of paper, and you roll the can around it. And I just did the switch. This is a little nuance that I like to do. I think it sells it a little better. I take the empty Coke can, I bring it down, and I immediately start rolling up the paper. And I say, what you do is you roll the empty can up. Oh, wait, I forgot. First, you have to show the piece of paper like it's just a normal piece of paper. I do that for 2 reasons. Number 1, rolling up the piece of paper, I think, furthers the continuation of that can moving. So it looks like one can going down and then getting rolled up. So 1 can going down and getting rolled up. So it just continues that momentum of the can moving. But the second reason is when I say, sorry. First you have to show the paper empty. By doing that, it makes me kind of seem absent-minded, like I'm not focusing too much. So how could I have just done a move? I'm absent-minded. I'm not putting much attention on this. So I think it just makes it a little more deceptive. So then you just show it. Again, don't show the top, but just show that you have that hidden behind there. Roll it up, and now, of course, this is the full can. You're gonna take that silk just like before. You're gonna poke it in there. Tell another joke. You explain. Now you're poking it into that hole. So it's hard to get in there. So you might want to have a joke planned and tell a second joke. Then you crush the paper. That's going to hold that silk in there. This time the full can will basically just slide out because of the weight. Crush this. Toss it in your box. And as far as the audience knows, this is now the can with the silk inside, the empty can. At this point, I just show that there is a red hole there. I explain that you could hold your thumb over it. And then finally, to do the final reveal, you wave your hand, snap your fingers, and you just sort of, let me show you that, you push that up a little bit so you can grab it. So what you do is you come over here, you take that hole, boom, so I just pull it forward a little bit, and now I take it and pull it off so the audience can see it coming right off the can. And then finally, you just crack that can open, pour in your soda, and I don't really drink Coke, but I do for this trick because it's your applause moment. So there is the potential, it luckily hasn't happened to me yet, but there is the potential that that silk might someday find its way all the way in the can where you can't grab it. All right? If that happens, I recommend having like a pair of tweezers so you could get it out. It doesn't ruin the routine because you poke the silk in there, so it makes perfect sense. The other thing I found in practice, it might not work right now, but you could just shake it a little, and that'll bring the silk close to the top, so you can pull that down. Oh, and there it goes. So there is a fix if it does go all the way. You want to avoid it, but you can just shake the can, and that will get that silk kind of poking out a little for you. So there you go. That's the sucker silk to mini Coke. I'm having a lot of fun with this routine, and I will continue to have fun when we get to do shows again. Ooh. So there you go.
But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy.
This next trick is a lot of fun because it works for any age. There are two different presentations. It works for young kids, and then it works for older kids up to adults. And I'm going to show you right now the young kid version. And then later on, I'll show you the other version. It's really simple, really fun, really straightforward. So basically, you come out for a bunch of kids and say, ladies and gentlemen, in order to start the show today, we're going to do my favorite trick, the red hanky trick. What? Yeah, hello. Hello. That's right, hello. Sorry, we started the show. I didn't say hello, so very good. Hello. Okay, now that we said hello, it's time for the red hanky trick. What? Oh, okay, hello. Okay, we said hello. Okay, we got it. You know what? Let's get it out of our systems. Everybody say hello. Hello, very good. Okay, now it's time for the red hanky trick. Oh my gosh. Hello! How many times are you gonna say hello? Let's just start the show. Okay, we're gonna do the red hanky trick. What? Oh, yellow. Oh, you've been saying, yeah. I thought you said hello. Oh, yes, it's yellow. I'm sorry. I should have known it's yellow. You know why? Look at this. What does that say? Yeah, that says yellow. I wrote yellow on there so that I don't forget that it's yellow. And I forgot. Actually, the reason why I called it the red hanky trick is because it works like this. You take a yellow hanky and it turns red. I'll show you what I mean. All you do is you take the yellow hanky, you poke it into your hand, and when you pull it out of your hand, it turns red. Oh, nope. Sorry, I thought it was going to. It turns red. Nope. Sorry. Oh, wait. You got to snap your fingers. Watch this. I snap my fingers. And it turns red. Nope. Okay, sorry. We got to wiggle it. Everybody wiggle your fingers. Wiggle, and look at that. It turns red. Nope. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try that again. We got to say the magic words. My magic words are yay taco. Everybody say yay taco. Yep, and it turns red. Nope. Oh, wait, maybe I have to push more in. I'll push a little more in. Pull a little more. Red. No. Push a little more. Red. No. I know. I'll push it all the way in, and it's red. No. I don't know what's going on. That is so sad. Usually when I snap my fingers, I wiggle my fingers, I say the magic words, yay taco. Usually it changes from yellow to red, but it didn't do it this time. That is so, what? Red. You see red? No, that's yellow. I'm looking at it. What? It says red? Let me see. No, that says dir. That says dir. That is a weird, I don't know what dir means. Oh wait, it says red. It does, oh my gosh, you guys, you did it. Give yourselves a big round of applause. There you go.
But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're
So there you go. This is a little trick I call yellow to red. Wait, yellow to red, because it's not changing colors yellow to red, it's changing words yellow to red. And what you just saw was the kids version. I'll show you the more older kid to adult version. But what you're gonna need is 2 yellow silks and a Sharpie marker. These were just written on there with a Sharpie marker. They don't have to be fancy. You can make it as fancy as you want, but in the routine, I literally say, I wrote that, so I don't forget it. So it can literally just look like you wrote it. And then this is the red one. Just wrote red on there. And then you need a dye tube of sorts. I dug in my box and that's what I found. I think it's a Palmo gimmick, but any kind of dye tube that holds your silks. And here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the red silk. What you wanna do is find the corner that you hold with your right hand. So if I hold it correctly with the word to the audience, my right hand holds this corner. So I'm gonna take that right hand corner, poke that first into the tube and let it come out the bottom. And then you're gonna poke the rest in there. There it goes, okay? And then here's how I hold it during the routine. That just goes on my middle finger and then I hold it against my palm. All right, you could probably palm it. You could do all sorts of fancy stuff, but I just hold it in place with my finger. Nobody pays attention because you're holding the yellow silk with that hand. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna take a red silk and put it in here just to demonstrate the handling. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the yellow silk. Now you could do some fancy move where you put that thing in your hand and pull this through and make it. I just don't do that. I don't. So I don't do fancy stuff. Your hands are moving around, so just shove it in your other hand. Like that's it. That's all you got to do. And I just do that in the guise of starting to shove this into my fist. So you just take it and there it goes. So it just looks like this. There's that. And oh, I'm poking it into my hand. And I just put that in my hand in the process. All right, I'm gonna do it in slow motion facing you. Again, I wanna make it clear, this is not a move, but I'm gonna pretend like it is. There's that little gimmick tube. And as I just start poking it into my hand, I just put it into the other hand. Fancy. All right. So, and then the basic color changing move is you poke a little of that in, pull the other silk out, the bottom, poke a little in, pull it out, poke a little in, pull it out, poke a little in, pull it out. And then your final amount, you want to leave a little of that red silk in there, enough. You see, there's enough in there that when I pull this, it will pull that silk up out of my hand. And that's basically what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna poke this all the way in, and then this is, again, I don't do moves, I just do whatever it takes to make it happen. I just take this and I literally just pinch it and pull it up. So I'm just, and you grab the bottom of the red silk with your fingers. So you're gonna hold that there, pull this up, and that draws the bottom silk, the one that's coming out the bottom, up out the top of your hand. So let's just do that all in one motion. You're gonna do that at the same time as pushing this last little corner in. So you push this corner in, pull up, and that pulls the red silk out. In that case, it will look the same, but, so there you go. And this is what I learned. I learned this from Dwayne Laughlin. So basically, as I pull this out, I'm just hiding this little ball in my hand. It's a very suspicious move unless you poke this down, pull this out, and immediately come down with your hand to pull the bottom. And that's what I do. I pull it out, come down, pull the bottom, and I pull it up and down a little bit. And then immediately, when I get the chance, I just come over here and grab that silk, and I'm ready to do the reveal. All right, so that's how it looks with the red silk. We're gonna do all of the exact same stuff, but with the yellow silk. Again, the right-hand corner goes into the tube first, poking out the bottom. Poke the rest in there. And now I'm just gonna quickly talk through it since I showed you with the red silk. We're gonna show the yellow silk. The reason I love this routine for little kids is because right off the bat in your show, you get a ton of interactions. First, like 5 times in a row, I say red and they say yellow. That's an interaction. Every time I say hello, 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 they're like, no, 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 we said red, so that's another interaction, and they're laughing, so you just 10 interactions right off the bat. Then after that, I cannot tell you how much kids laugh when I poke this in and say, it's turning red! Oh, nope. Red! Nope. I mean, every time I say nope, they just think that's hilarious. I don't know why. So that comes out, and then we're gonna poke a little more in, poke a little, pull a little out, poke a little in, pull a little out. That final last little bit, we're gonna poke the yellow silk in. This is the red silk. Yellow silk in, come down, pull up, down, down. And then remember, we put that red right finger corner in the bottom. So I know this is where my right hand needs to grab. So now I just pull that out. And now the only thing I have to do, now I don't have to do this and figure out what corner to hold. I know that this is the right corner. So all I have to do is figure out this or this. So I look at it and I see that, oh, this is the corner I need. And I pull it right there, okay? And then finally, der and red, and then you get your laugh, and it has another interaction at the end. I don't know why it didn't turn red, and the kids can see that it says red and they tell you about it. So that's the younger kid version. I'll quickly show you the older version. That starts with yellow in the tube. So the right corner of yellow goes into the tube, and we're gonna start, instead of with the yellow, we're gonna start with the red. And you do the same joke, but you don't, they're not going to interact. I'm like, oh, that's not, because they're older. They're not dumb like that. So you're going to show the hanky. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do the red hanky trick. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's yellow. That is correct. The problem is, in order to do the red hanky trick, you have to have a red hanky. That's why I took a yellow hanky and wrote red on it. That way, you all know that it's a red hanky. There you go. And here's how the trick works. You take the red hanky, you poke it into your hand, you snap your fingers, and amazingly, the red hanky changes colors to yellow. It's more impressive when you're using an actual red hanky, just for the record. And it comes out yellow, and it comes out yellow. And again, this would be a lot more impressive if that was actually red and it didn't just say red. But you get the idea. That's what it would look like if we could do that. It's not a good trick when you start with a yellow hanky that says red on it. It's still pretty good though, because it now says yellow on there. And that is the amazing red hanky trick. Thank you. So there you go. Just a simple version for older kids and adults. You're not going to do the interactive part where they're correcting you, but it is fun to just say that, you know, I needed a red hanky for this trick, so I wrote red on there. There you go. And you can get some mileage out of poking the quote-unquote red hanky into your hand. So we're going to put the red hanky in my hand, and it comes out yellow. And you'll get laughs for that, because it's obviously a stupid trick. And little do they know at the end, it turns out that it really has become yellow. So there you go. That's a little trick I call yellow to red, or red to yellow, depending on which version you're doing. I hope you have fun with that. Oh, wait. That was much better.
But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy.
Hey everybody, it is time to start the magic show. There's just a few things I need in order to start it. You know, every magician needs certain things for a magic show. The first thing I need is something magicians wave in the air. What is that? I have a picture of, oh, that's right, a magic wand. There's a picture of a magic wand. That's the picture. I had the real magic wand somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. What? You saw it? Under my arm. No, that's the picture. That's near my arm, not under my, oh. No, it's not under my arm. There's no the arm over there. No, it's not. This arm, there's no magic wand under that arm. I'm looking, it's in my hand. It's not in my hand. Sorry, there it is. Okay, sorry. We have the magic wand. Next thing we need is something a magician wears on their head. What is that? Oh, that's right, the magic hat. Let's see, I have my oh, here it is. This is my magic hat. Look at that, there it is. I think I sat on it. I could fix it. Let me just, I just hit myself on the head. Not funny. Okay. Next thing I need is something, a magician takes these and shuffles them and then spreads them out and has you pick one. What is that? That's right, we have the deck of cards, deck of playing cards. I have my playing cards right over here. Ooh, watch this, watch this. Fancy, watch this, watch it. Ooh, isn't that fancy? Look at that. That looks good, right? Neat. It's easy because they're screwed together, so that really helps a lot. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, we have the magic wand, the deck of cards, the magic hat. Finally, we need, the magic hat reminds me, something a magician pulls out of a hat. What do you think that is? That's right, let's see, we got, yep, that's right, the bunny rabbit. In fact, I'm gonna pull a bunny rabbit out of the hat. Here, let me put it right here. I'm gonna pull a bunny rabbit out of this hat. I'm gonna make it appear in the hat right now. On the count of 3, the rabbit will appear inside the hat. Here we go. 1, 2, oh, everybody close your eyes. Don't peek. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Nobody peek. Nobody. Okay, open your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. A rabbit in the hat. You peeked. You weren't supposed. Okay, fine. Forget it. Okay, I was just messing with you. Okay, fine. All right. You know what? Now that I think about it, rabbits are boring anyway. Every magician pulls a rabbit out of a hat. You know what we're going to do? We're going to see if we can turn this picture of a rabbit into something other than a rabbit. A cooler animal. Some other kind of animal that a magician could pull out of a hat. In fact, I brought some pictures of animals. Not just any animals. Weird, strange, crazy animals. We're going to turn that picture of a rabbit into some other animal. It could be a snake. Ooh, that's weird. That's creepy. It could be a piranha, a man-eating fish. Yeah, it's weird. A scorpion. Ooh, I don't like that. A jellyfish. That's kind of weird and creepy. A tarantula. Yeah, that's a cockroach. So, a disgusting rat. That's a sewer rat. There we go. A bat. Or we got and we're back to the snake. Okay. Did I do the snake? Yep. Oh, and then the piranha. Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through the cards like this, and I'm going to pick somebody. If this was a birthday show, I'd let the birthday child do it. But we take this, and they stop wherever. Okay, that's where you stop me. Let's see. Did we get a good animal? Something weird? Oh, yeah. We got the rat. Okay, we're gonna see if we can change that picture of a rabbit into a picture of a rat. To do that, we need the magic wand. Now, at this point, if I am at a birthday party, the birthday child or any kind of kid would come up and help me. This is Tommy James. This is his bunny wand. I don't remember. I also use his comedy Christmas wand. That version's red. But it comes with like a poof ball on the end. The cool part about this, I think this is one of the best comedy wands out there because you can adapt it to any theme at all, anything you want. I just took a yellow, a wooden star from the craft store, put a little metal washer on there, painted it yellow, and boom, it's now a Wish Upon a Star wand. So we're going to wish upon a star to make that rabbit turn into a rat. And all you do is you release it, and boom, it'll fall off. So you can hand it to the kid. Here, hold on to that, and it keeps falling off. Eventually, I get mad. I say, I'm going to hold it because it breaks when you hold it, and then it falls off. Finally, we're going to do it without the star. Forget it. And I let the kid tap it. So you tap it like that. Thank you. I'll take that. I'll place that right here. Now, to turn the rabbit into a rat, first you tap it with the magic wand, and then you say the magic word. Say, yay, taco. Yay, taco. Perfect. We tapped it with the magic wand. We said, yay, taco, and that rabbit turned into a rat. Thank you. You want to see? You want me to turn it around? Okay. The other way? Okay. No, you want to see? Okay, look at that. It turned into a rat. Isn't that cool? You tap it with the magic wand, you say the magic words, and the rabbit turns into a rat. Wait a minute. Did I put a rabbit in that box? Yeah. Did I tap the box with the magic wand? Yeah. Did we say the magic words? Yeah. Hang on. And of course, if the birthday child is here, it's at this point that I let them come take a look. And that rabbit turned into a real life rat. Oh! This is my good friend Oreo. Everybody say hi, Oreo, there at home. Hi, Oreo. We're going to let Oreo go back into his cage, and then I'll tell you all about the ins and outs of this little routine.
But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe.
So this is a little routine I call Rat from a Hat. This particular version you're most likely not going to do because you probably don't have a rat. But I am going to show you a variation if you have a rabbit. This is a fun way to produce a rabbit. When I produce a rat, especially because it's a rat, I like it to be a surprise, an unexpected appearance. I also would probably do the same thing for a rabbit. I don't want the audience to know that I'm trying to make a rabbit, and in this case, a rat. So that it's a surprise when it happens. And so this is a routine I devised to continue that idea, that I never let the audience know we're trying to make a rat. It just sort of accidentally happens, and the audience, it just gets a bigger reaction. So this is a break apart vanish. It's just a lid, and that goes into a bag. So when I pick this up, it takes the rabbit away with the lid. That's it. That's all we're doing here. So this goes right here. The rat is inside of this box at the beginning of the show. I always do this near the beginning. Let me get that on there. There we go. And then the rabbit is just right inside from the beginning. Boom, just like that. We also had a collapsible top hat. This one is super old and falling apart, but I think it kind of, because I sat on it in the routine, that kind of works. We have this deck of cards. Like I said, it could be an electric deck, any kind of a comedy bit of business with a deck of cards. And then I'll talk about these in a second. We also have the Tommy James comedy wand. I've also, this routine is so adaptable because the idea is each thing we're presenting, for example, a magic wand, a deck of cards, anything you already own that can be a comedy bit with those items. So in this case, I've also done this exact same routine. This has been replaced with a silver scepter. I've done it with an 8-foot appearing magic wand. I need a magic wand. Ooh, I've got a big one in this bag, in a little bag. No, it's really big. And then I pull out the big magic wand. So it's all bits of business with each of the items. So we have the hat that pops open into my face, some sort of comedy bit with a wand, and then we have the comedy bit of pulling the rabbit out of the box to sneak it into the hat. So let's talk about the images. These are all just images I got off the internet. I printed them out, put them on cardstock. So you have a magic wand, you have a hat, you have a deck of cards, you have a rabbit, and you have a rat. The rabbit is the only gimmicked card. That is a picture of a rabbit, and on the back is the magic wand. All that matters for this back image is that it's the same image you start with. So in this case, we start the whole process with the magic wand. So on the back of the rabbit is also a magic wand. And remember, I'm going to tell you in a minute a way to do this if you have a rabbit and not a rat. But the reason I like this for older kids is it's sort of a mentalism effect with it. They're choosing the rat, and then the rat amazingly appears. It's not just the production of a rat. It's a mentalism. You chose a rat, and now a rat appears. So we show the magic wand, do a bit of business with the wand. Like I said, it could be the wand stuck under your armpit for that laugh. Then we do the magic hat, bring out the hat, and boom, it pops me in the face. Deck of cards, and also you can use any type of items. You can have a picture of like feather flowers, oh, fancy flowers, and then you make them appear. You could do all sorts of whatever you want to introduce as the things you need to do your show. A little comedy deck of cards for the cards, any kind of funny little bit you could do with cards. And then finally, the rabbit. Now, this bit was inspired by Tommy James. He had a rabbit, a little stuffed rabbit appear inside of the hat with this, and it's just so funny. Okay, we're gonna make the rabbit appear. Everybody, close your eyes. Don't peek. Keep closing your eyes. Don't peek. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And the kids just yell at you, and the parents laugh at that. They just think it's so funny that you're blatantly trying to fool the kids. So get rid of the hat. You put the rabbit back into the top of the box. And then you're ready to move on. Okay. So now here is the move to turn this picture of a rabbit into a picture of a rat, and that is a double lift. So I'm picking up the top 2 cards. That's the rabbit and the rat together. So you're going to pick those 2 up together. And I quickly show that wand. That's the first wand we showed. I turn it around, move the top card off. That's the rat, and that's the wand. That is the back of the rabbit. Okay, so that's the move. One more time. You're going to pick up the rat and the rabbit. There's the rat and the rabbit together. Turn them both upside down. Put them on top, and then pull it away. And it looks like that's the wand we just saw, but that's actually now the back of the rabbit. All right? And by the way, this is just a take that works for older kids and all audiences on Farmyard Frolics. It's the same move, the same idea as Farmyard Frolics. We're just now turning a rabbit into a rat. All right. So there's the picture of the rat. It's already done. You say the magic wand, and this is my favorite part of the whole routine. We tap the picture, and then I put that down. I don't hit it too hard. I don't want to scare the animal inside, but you tap the picture like that, and I nonchalantly put that down, and we say the magic words, and I keep emphasizing, if you tap the picture and you say the magic words, the rabbit turns into a rat. If you tap it with the magic wand, you say the magic words, and there it is. And I like, at that point, to give the birthday boy or girl a round of applause. If it's them, if it's somebody else on stage, look at that, they did it. And I act like that's the end of the routine. Yep, go on back to your seat. Good job, look at that. And it's over. And that's what I like about this routine. It's over, the trick's done. Yay, okay. And it's sort of like an unexpected extra ending. We thought the trick was over, but no, there's more. Look at that, we turned the rabbit into a rat. And I'll put stuff away, I'll go, and then Wait, hang on one second. We tapped the picture with the magic wand, right? And we said the magic words, and the rabbit turned into a rat, right? There was a rabbit in that box, wasn't there? And I tapped the box and we said the magic words. And at that point, when I open the box, I reveal it. And it's just unexpected that we thought the trick was over. When I am at a birthday party, if I'm at a show that's not a birthday party, I've got the kid up to help, I send them back, and then I just reveal it by myself. But if it is the birthday kid, I open the top, look at it, and I'm like, oh, Johnny, do you want to see? And I have him come up and peek first, so he gets the look and he gets to see the rat first. Just one quick idea. If you have a rabbit in your show, and how do you get this into your show if you have a rabbit? Let me get this situated. So you have all the pictures, and then what you do is at the end, instead of a picture of a kind of realistic rabbit, you have a picture of a cartoon rabbit. And there's the rabbit. And then you point out, but you know what? That picture's kind of silly. That's like a cartoon rabbit. This is a professional show. This is a fancy show. We want a picture of a real rabbit, not just a cartoon. So you turn it around and you say, we're going to take this picture and turn it into a picture of a real live rabbit. Right? And so then you take the picture and tap the magic wand. You tap it with the wand, you say the magic words, the cartoon rabbit turns into a real rabbit. That's a rat, but it'll look like, you turn it around, and now look at that, we turned it into a real rabbit. That is so cool. And then you realize, wait a minute, we had that toy rabbit, I tapped it with the wand, we said the magic words, and then you take the box apart, and there's the real rabbit. So there is a way to do it. And those of you out there who don't have a live animal, there are probably ways, I haven't thought through this yet, but you could put something in the top and have it like one toy in the top, a teddy bear in the top, and it turns into the birthday kid's favorite toy, and they picked it out of a deck or whatever. So there's a lot of options with this, but it's a really fun way to start a show. You could spend a whole lot of time. You could do the silver scepter, so you do a full magic wand routine, then you do a full routine with the hat, then this could almost be your entire show, but it's just a fun little thing where each of the items that you're going to need in your show get little bits of business. And then the best part is that after we think the trick's over, boy, there comes that rat that we didn't expect. So there you go. That's a little trick I call a rat from a hat.
But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy.
I'd like to introduce you to my new pet, the invisible dog. Ooh, that's... No, I'm kidding. There's nothing there. I'm not crazy. I'm not that crazy. No, I'm not going to show you a full routine with this. This is just two concepts that I'm working on that I think you'll really like, and you'll want to make this up. It's basically the lasso card trick, which is a brilliant trick, but updated for kids with a leash. All you're going to do, go to the dollar store and get... These are alphabet flashcards, but they have a lot of animals in the pack. Right? And the idea is simple. You pick one that's not an animal. Let's do a helicopter. I think that's funny. So the idea is, normally I have a dog, but I think it would be fun if I had a pet that's not a dog, like a really strange, weird pet. So that's where I brought these alphabet flashcards, and well, that's a van. I'm not gonna have a van for a pet. That's a weird one. or helicopter. I don't want a helicopter for a pet. That's weird, okay? But we do have, let's see, we have like an alligator. That would be a weird, crazy pet. Okay, not a ball. I don't want a ball for a pet, but not an ice cream. Let's see. A frog. That could be a fun one. A fox. We have giraffes. All these different animals that we could use. Stop any type of routine part because I just want to show you what I did. The nice thing about these are they have this border on them. I just happened to find these at my dollar store, at the Dollar Tree. And that allowed me, that's just a hole punch, to be able to line these up perfectly because I just put it right there in the corner where that frame is, okay? And so now the idea is you're going to let the audience, they're going to choose your pet. And so after you set it up, we have all these, you know, we can't have an ice cream cone, that's not a pet, but an alligator, a fox, a dog. Oh, that's boring. Okay, let's not do a dog, but well, that's a nest, but we'll call that a chicken since a cow. So we have all sorts of possible animals. I'm gonna go through, you tell me when to stop. Just make sure you pick an animal. We don't want not an animal. Okay, good. Oh wait, I need to do, sorry, let me do it the opposite way so the pictures will get seen. Okay, here we go. Tell me when to stop, tell me when to stop. Right there. Okay, Bart, did we get a cool animal? We got, what? We don't want a helicopter. No, I don't want a helicopter. I want an animal, okay? No helicopters. Pick an animal. Tell me when to stop. Right there. Okay, did we get a good one this time? It's a helicopter. Okay, don't pick the helicopter. So that's the basic, if I were to present this, the basic concept, especially with this deck of cards, is that we have things that are not animals, and you pick one. I think helicopter is funny. The fact, I don't know why, I think maybe it has a C in it, the C sound. The K sound, sorry. I just think it's funny that I want an animal and they keep picking helicopter. And I'm just doing the Hindu shuffle, but I just, after they pick it, I just put it back on the bottom. You could get a couple of these decks and load a couple of those in, so you could actually throw that out, and then they keep picking it anyway. So there's a lot of fun. Now, I did not buy 2 of these decks. You will need 2 because eventually, after they picked helicopter a few times, you get the kangaroo, which is not in here. It's off to the side. I'll show you why in a second. But we'll just pretend this zebra is the kangaroo. So you do it again, and they finally pick. It better not be a helicopter. Is it a helicopter? No, it's a kangaroo. Oh, it's a kangaroo. Okay, kangaroo. That's good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to place these cards in here, and you're going to tell the kangaroo, you're going to say, kangaroo, it's time for a walk. And he's going to come over here, and he's going to hook himself onto the leash all by himself. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Everybody say, kangaroo, go for your walk. It's time for your walk. And look, oh, he hooked on. And look at that. He's jumping around. He's jumping around. Look at that. It's amazing. Now everybody say, kangaroo, time to go home. And look at that. He unhooked himself. Thank you. You're not impressed. Okay, let's try. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. All right, here we go. Get on there. Get up. He's hopping. Oh, he's on there. He's hopping around. Everybody say, kangaroo, go home. You want to see him on there. You don't trust me. Okay, fine. Here we go. Kangaroo. There he is. He's hooked himself onto the leash. And there he is. Hooked on the leash. Ooh, look at that. Oh.
But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe.
This is your gimmick. And it looks like, oop, this. So you have basically 2 of these little guys, and I'll show you how I made these. And they both have neodymium. Those are super strong earth magnets glued with strong glue on the bottom. And then we have just a little metal clip here. I'll show you again what all this is. And they both hook on there. Boom, just like that. So let me show you how I made this. I'm sure you could get a lot fancier than I did, but basically these are both leashes from the Dollar Tree. And the goal was to get this metal part like disconnected. So I took some pliers and I went, and without any effort, it just popped off. So so that's, you can kind of see in there, that's what it looks like. It's like a metal bar on there. So that was the first part. Second part, what this is, this little black thing, that is a bulldog clip. So a small bulldog clip. Normally it would have metal things here and here and you squeeze it. So I put a lot of that strong glue in there. There it is. Squeezed it open, closed it, and then if you just squeeze the little metal clips, they come off. Okay, so that's just the Bulldog clip, but without the little metal, silver metal clips. And then the neodymium magnet gets glued right there. I did the exact same thing with this one. So that's just the Bulldog clip glued on there and that there. The nice part about gluing this, you put the strong glue on, put the Bulldog clip. The Bulldog clip holds itself in place, so you don't have to hold it there while it dries. So that's really nice. All right. And then finally, last part, on this part of the leash, I just took all the metal off. All that's there is the cloth leash, put a little glue in there, put the binder clip on, and now that metal binder clip will click and connect to either of these. Boom. All right, so what you're gonna do inside the box, I'm gonna just put it right here. This is sitting in the corner. Let's see if I can do that. In the corner, this is standing straight up in the corner. So you bring out your cards, you force whatever it is. Again, you're gonna need 2 decks of cards. You force the kangaroo on this one. This kangaroo is already preloaded on the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right down here. Again, it's in the corner, straight up. So it's in that corner, just like this, standing straight up. So here's the move. You're going to hold the end of the leash with your thumb and index fingers. These fingers, pull that off. That's it. You're gonna pull that off. Whoop. And you're gonna just pull it off and drop it into, I just connected it again, drop it, whoop, into the box. So now I'm just holding that, the end of the leash without the clip. So that goes here. Go one more time. There it is. Pull it off, go down, and now I'm going to that same corner. This is the corner where that clip is standing up. And if I just lower it directly, it just connected. And then I just jump it around, and then finally I pull it out. All right? And that's it. So one more time, what's happening in that corner, this is going here, and it just goes down and clicks like that. What you want to avoid is something like this. But if that happens, you just pull it out and then just straighten it out. So that's all. But there you go. A really fun little idea on the lasso, take on the lasso card trick, but just with a leash instead of a lasso.
Baby, I'm crazy.
So there you have it. That's my Christopher T. Magician has completely gone insane. No, has completely lost his... I don't even remember the name of the lecture. I hope you're having a good, healthy, safe time at home. And I hope we all get out there and start making people laugh and have a good time again. This is Christopher T. Magician. I feel a little less crazy right now that I got all of this out of my system. Thank you for watching, and good